What's up, everybody? Big Herc916, positivity, motivation, and I just want to talk about branding yourself the right way and the wrong way. And some can interpret it the reverse of that, depending on how they look at it. But I was going to compare Logan Paul to Tekash 69 and branding, meaning what image you project for the public and how it can affect you. You have Logan Paul, who's been branding himself for the last 10 years, YouTube, videos, different types of, products and just being very vocal on social media, a lot of collabs, tons of content, tons of subscribers, got into boxing, cross promoting YouTube with boxing, be consistent. Next thing you know, he's doing pay-per-view events, and fast forward a couple years later, this guy's got a fight with Floyd Mayweather. Pretty amazing, man. Not to shit on professional boxers or professional MMA fighters, but I say amazing in the sense that the machine behind him, has created a branding juggernaut, which has led to the actual exhibition fight that's gonna, put him in history, man. That's gonna make him a shit ton of money. I know a lot of people don't think it's fair because he's been able to go right to the top of the food chain as far as boxing, but it's entertainment, man. And of course, there's a lot of other fighters who have went through wars, battles and broken bones and hospital stays to get to where they're at, and they can't get, a third or an eighth of that type of paycheck. But here he is, his people, man, and through whatever means have been able to make it happen. And he's got a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, just like what Conor McGregor had, which was life-changing for him. Conor now, alcohol business, numerous endorsement deals. The guy's worth, probably, I don't really know, but I would say 300-400 million, maybe 500 million. Amazing, man. But it's branding. Branding is very powerful. And then, like I said, this guy, he didn't join a gang. He didn't endorse, going on missions against his ops. He didn't do it the other way, which a lot of, rappers in the entertainment industry choose to, and that's what Tekashi did, which resulted in multiple jail terms for a lot of guys who got behind this guy, court cases, multiple people getting shot. A lot of people wouldn't have done a lot of the things if they felt that it wouldn't have furthered their career with Tekashi. And then here he does his thing, which, anybody with tattoos on their face and purple hair, you should have known they would tell on you. I mean, it's only obvious. You doing dirt with somebody that looks like that, they're not gonna hold their mud. And it's just the reality of it. But sure enough, he ratted himself right up out of there, man. Got time served, was out a year later. Now he's got ex-military, special forces police and ex at whatever NFL players or whoever protecting him, and dude is still running his mouth, man, trolling, and people are still entertaining him, man. Like his story is anything to be proud of. It's something that you'd want to emulate, You'd want to emulate, promoting gang violence against another person, going to cities, stirring up more trouble than the cities need to be bothered with, and then justifying it that, I had to do it because of blah, blah, blah. They were doing this and that. Which, I mean, dude, if you really know the streets, you know what comes with the streets. Half these niggas ain't no good. They ain't no good, man. You can look at a dude and tell that he, when you're not around, he's going to try to sleep with your girl. I mean, I've seen that from dudes, from far away, calling your house, dudes double back, try to rob you. I've seen it all. So, I mean, when you're in the streets, you know that. But when you're not a street dude and you try to justify your actions, you're telling because of that, then, dude, get the hell out of here. But there again, with Brandon, they put this dude, had him talk all hard and rap and got an endorsement by some really credible street dudes, and it just blew his career up. And I remember, telling somebody like, "Oh man, he hard." I'm like, "Dude, he ain't hard. That nigga's not hard. You listen to something, you want to think, man, don't lie to yourself." It's like saying you see some dude and he's got on some goddamn biker shorts and he's talking, shit at Venice Beach, and you look at him and it's like, dude, he ain't hard. He will get the shit slapped out of him and he's not going to get out. And sure enough, it was the same situation, but branding with the right people behind him took his career, gave him a bunch of trinkets and rings and stuff to put in his mouth and media exposure, and blew his career up, man. That was the fastest rise and fall ever. Fastest rise and fall ever. And it's just another example of branding, where some people might say, well, man, I'll take that trade-off. And some people will be like, man, he's a piece of shit. But, when you look at both sides, Logan Paul and Tekash 6ix9ine, and I'm not trying to put Logan Paul in the same category as him as individuals. I'm just saying branding and how that turns into dollars and how people will capitalize and exploit situations. Logan Paul, man, they took his and capitalized on it, and now they got him boxing one of the greatest boxers ever, 50-0. One of the smartest boxers ever, because in spite of what people want to say about the man, he's built an empire and he got a legacy, man. His kids is taken care of. People want to, talk shit and whatever, but I mean, I have much respect, and the more I hear him talk, Mayweather, man, is ingenious. He's smart, not getting hit upside the head. He's smart, being one of the greatest defensive players ever, that he can still hold a conversation, and he's cognizant of what's happening around him, and he's not punch drunk. And, Logan Paul, man, he ain't had to take all those ass whoopings up through the ranks to get to, the top. But, he played the game where, hey, man, this is going to make money. And like Floyd said, this is, exhibition fights. Why not go here and get me a quick, 100 mil, whatever, and, dude, I've already sealed my legacy. I mean, the fact that that millions of people will pay to watch this is a testimony to how branding works. And, Floyd said it best, man, when he was a pretty boy Floyd. he was getting X amount of dollars. He went to Money Mayweather and, put it out there, and man, the game changed. His paychecks quadrupled and then some. And once again, marketing, man, marketing and branding, knowing where you stand in the marketplace and how to get the consumer to buy, to get behind whatever it is you're endorsing is the key, man. And once you master that, man, the game is good, man. But you gotta, choose how you go about it, because you don't want to end up like Tekash, man. And the thing about that, the sad thing, man, is that all those people who got caught up and got all the plea deals and doing time, this guy, man, he could be, it could be 10, 20 years from now, man, and it might be some youngster or somebody out there that sees him and, he still might get it, he still might get it, man. Somebody might just say, you know what, I want to be famous. And, he'll be that guy, man. It's not pretty, man, when you think about it at the end of the day and you say that, oh man, was it worth it? Because karma exists. Karma exists, man. And Mayweather talks about it all the time, getting his blessings and all the things he does that he doesn't need to talk about, and just what you put out into the world and how you reach people. And so being smart about how you choose to leverage your branding and how you project your energy into the world. Be willing to accept that trade-off. And it came to my mind now, Whitey Bulger. I mean, dude, he was, thinking he was living his life. One of the biggest gangsters and then, informants, rats out there, gets, caught up in his later ages, man, elderly. And dude, somebody literally pulled his eyeballs out before they killed him. The game ain't no joke, man. With somebody, some way, you never know who's going to be the person to execute what it is that's coming from the universe. But, universe could also bless you depending on what you put out and how you project yourself. But, Logan Paul, man, branded himself, ingenious. Tekash 6ix9ine. Everybody thought it was a great move. Not so much. Big Herc916.
Hello, I'm Big Herc916. Contact me for life coaching and motivational speaking.
What up? Big Herc916. Positivity, motivation. And, I'm really big into cars, and I've been working with a lot of companies doing little sponsorships. Well, I recently got a sponsorship by Muscle Up Car Detail. Shout out to Muscle Up. And this is the latest and greatest. It's non-chemical, water-based car detail. And I'll have the link in the description, but I'm going to be doing a lot of promo for them. So make sure you check out the videos. But this stuff actually works really well. As you can see, the M6 is pretty dirty, and car detail, use it in between washes. Sometimes you don't want to pull out the water hose or go through the actual drive-through. Well, a good way to kind of supplement that in between is to use like a car detail spray. So I'm gonna spray a section of the car and kind of let you see what it does. So if you're not familiar with detailing, check out the website. It kind of tells you a little bit, but you spray a little bit on, wipe a section of the car, and like I said, this car is pretty dirty because I haven't washed it in a week. But if you look at that, now I'm gonna flip the rag over, and always use like a microfiber. I'm gonna flip it over, kind of rub it in right here, but you can see it actually works really well. Doesn't streak. I mean, man, it leaves a nice little shine. Now, if you compare that to the other side, this is actually a really good detailed product, comparable to a lot of the stuff you have on the market. And go to the website. The website's in the links in the description. musclecarDetailSpray.com. Man, some of the best stuff I've used on my cars, and I'm really big into keeping my cars clean and detailed. So check it out. Let me know what you think, and holler back.